Okay. All right. Let's rip this Band-Aid off. This is a follow-up from a segment we did on yesterday's show on Sunday. That's right, our Sunday brunch, our lunch brunch. So I'll start off like this. Help, help, help. People are starving. Help, help, help. Where's the government at? All of your citizens are struggling. Help, 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 help. Are we going to get help? Will we get help? Is there going to be any help? Will we get any help? Hello? Any help at all? Hey, everybody, it's me, AOC, and I'm playing on Twitch. That's right, AOC and Tim Walz. In order to attract young men to support Kamala Harris, they played Madden on Twitch. Our politicians are becoming Twitch streamers. Now, listen. I don't know about the future of Twitch, but I think it's a platform that is destined to implode. And by the way, folks, it started in 2011. Do you want to know a little fun Wikipedia fact about Twitch? It hasn't earned a profit. So AOC and Tim Walz, your backup plan to become a Twitch streamer will probably blow up in your face because this is by far a huge insult. And guess what was happening the same day as AOC and Tim Walz were playing Madden on Twitch? Was the Trump rally. Democrats, if this is the best you can do, not only is this an insult to our intelligence, this is an insult to anyone that's ever supported the Democrats, progressives, or anything of that nature. I don't know what the drawing board is going to look like, but if we have weak and pathetic leaders like AOC or Cenk or anybody else, Sam Cedar, all these people in the professional progressive Democratic establishment or all this other kind of stuff, Democrats, you are destined to lose, 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 because let's say Trump does win. You want to know who doesn't want to do any of this resistance nonsense? AOC herself. So AOC. And by the way, hold on. Anastasia Breverhausen, I think I said your name right, says AOC and the wall segment should be part of the morning dump. I agree, but if you want to see hypocrisy, and I've mentioned this on my show, the disdain for all these activists and organizers that we covered way back during the Trump years, myself and Daniel. You know, I always felt that they were LARPing, that they were pretending, like, again, pretending to resist, because AOC herself, live on Twitch, says, I do not want to do 4 more years of resistance nonsense under Donald Trump. So all that was nonsense. All of it was garbage. All of it was stupid. And I want to give a huge shout out to Sabby Sabs who retweeted this out, because Sabby Sabs doesn't hold anything back. We have a genocide under Biden and Harris, but AOC wants you to believe shite can only happen under Trump. So in other words, folks, before I play this video, it's only 17 seconds. And there's a perfect freeze frame on who AOC is. Remember, folks. Remember those pink pussy hat people? Hey, Roe v. Wade died under a Democrat administration. Where are you people? Well, where are you? You said you'd be doing your Ho Fest protests every day, all the time, every time. Where are you? Where are you? Hey, those anti-war protesters during the Trump years, where were you? Where are you? See, the Democrats want you to think that, oh, it's only Trump. See, Trump is a problem. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. He is. But the audacity of the Democrats saying that they are saints and angels. I mean, that's how you get stabbed in the back, stabbed in the neck, stabbed in the stomach. I mean, come on. The Democrats are stabbing their voting base so much. Julius Caesar is going to say, oh, my God, you guys are just turning into a little shish kebab. But here's AOC out of her own mouth on Twitch. And by the way, I like in the background she has, for the many, not the money. Oh, please shut the hell up.
I do not want to do 4 more years of resistance nonsense under Donald Trump. Okay. Like, good God. Like, do we remember what it was like waking up every day and there was some shit going on? I do not want to do.
Yeah, that's how you relate to the audience. You say, I don't want to do protesting. And then she swears on Twitch too. Yeah, that'll get the voters. Hey, AOC, Democrats, can you fill up a rally without making a false promise of having a Beyonce segment? Ooh. See, now that's me being mean. Here, one more time.
4 more years of resistance nonsense under Donald Trump. Okay. Like, good God. Like, do we remember what it was like waking up every day and there was some shit going on?
Yes, I know. And by the way, why is my audience being so mean? Why is my audience being so mean? But a beginning is a very delicate time. Yes, I like using my Dune reference. But here she is when she was promoting Twitch. Twitch, help, AOC. The American people need relief. What are you doing right now?
Hey everyone, what's up? We're about to go live with Tim Walz playing Madden in about an hour. We'll be talking about a lot of other things, but hop on our Twitch stream to check it out.
Cenk Uygur, Kyle Kalinske. Very similar to Willie Brown and Montel Williams. I will curse your names till the day I die. Seriously. How could you bring us Nancy Pelosi 2.0? Shame on you. Shame on you, Fat Tony. Shame on you, Dime Store Eminem. Shame on you.
So when we say Donald Trump is a fascist, fascism.
Now, listen, hold on. AOC is going to give her definition. She gave her definition of fascism on Twitch. Now, hold on. I'm not going to pull it up from Wikipedia. We're going to use an old-fashioned dictionary. Okay? Here's AOC's definition of fascism. Okay? Just she might be on point for some points, but this is clearly the dumbest member in the United States Congress. I now have to believe that this is the case. Brace yourself, people. Viewer discretion is advised. You will lose maybe a brain cell or two.
So when we say Donald Trump is a fascist, fascism, a huge component of fascism is uniting racism, bigotry, a form of racist nationalism with industry, and also uniting the keys of government with billionaires and for-profit actors in order to stamp out democracy. So when we say Donald Trump is a fascist, fascism, a huge component of fascism is uniting racism, bigotry.
Okay, hold on, folks. Hold on. Okay, because we're about to go ahead and figure out what fascism is. Okay, because this is something that. Listen, this is something that we have to understand here. Okay, so listen up, you outstanding, beautiful people. I got it right here in the dictionary. Okay, now I'm so sorry. Let me go ahead and at least get this set up here. So, what is fascism? Okay, let me actually do this properly. Remove it, and we're gonna figure this out here together. Okay, because I want to make sure. All right, what is the definition of fascism? Are you listening? Fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, ultranationalist political ideology and movement characterized by a dictatorial leader, centralized autocracy, militarism. Okay, that's what it is. That's the definition of fascism. All right, just a little bit more. Hang on, because I got one of these old school books. I got one of these an old school book. Okay, so again, I got a few other books here too. Okay, just because everyone, I believe this is how we actually continue to push forward. Okay, because I believe that all of you need to know. Okay, because I can't stand stupidity. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay. I want to bring this up here. Okay, because I got another book. Here. Okay. All right, fascism, political ideology and mass movement. Okay, looking at another book here that has its origins starting between 1919 to 1945, where it was a dominant political ideology that was heavily implemented by the German Third Reich, Italy, and yes, even Spain with Francisco Franco. Okay, but that's how stupid our politicians are. Live on Twitch. Live on Twitch. Live on air. A sitting congresswoman. I am sometimes confounded and shocked by the stupidity of quote unquote leaders or people who were for a long time hyped up by many platforms. And unfortunately, you know what? When AOC was first starting off, I was blind to it too, and I made a stupid mistake, and I got to live with that L for the rest of my life. But now, let's move on now. Unfortunately, my lovelies, when they talk about getting rid of the filibuster,
The Senate has their own things. They have kind of their norms and their customs, but in order,
Maybe some of those norms. I'm just going to say I don't know where you stand,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing you and I are probably the same on the filibuster. But
oh
you know,
yeah, we got to
here
get
we
rid
are.
of that thing.
yes, until they want to use it themselves. But I want to give you some nightmare fuel. You need to have nightmare fuel. This is something that's going to make you scream in your car or yell from the top of the roof of your building where you work at. Tim Walsh saying AOC should be Speaker of the House. Her transformation will be complete. Nancy Pelosi 2.0.
We're going to win this election. We're going to make you put a gavel in your hand in the House. We're going to win.
No, thankfully it's only 3 seconds. But she's like, yes, I get to be just like Mama Bear. I'm gonna be like Mama Bear. And KS1919 says, oh my God, no. No. If we're doing this, if we're doing a no, it's gonna be Michael Scott, no. No. Please, no. No, God, no. No. AOC, listen. Okay. But it gets even better. See, I think many of these politicians don't like their job being politicians because they end up being the corporate donor's little puppet. These are people in positions of power, and now they're reacting like Twitch streamers. Step aside, Hassan, because of all things, in order to bring more eyeballs maybe to their Twitch stream, guess what they're going to react to? Trump's Madison Square Garden rally.
These are terrifying.
Absolutely wild times. It really.
Now, this segment right here, this guy right here makes a joke about Puerto Rico. And they react to it.
Really is. And, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right.
Now, the audience rejects it. They boo it. Right? They boo it. But look at AOC's reaction. Now, see, if AOC actually really kind of gave a damn, she'd be a strong advocate for the people of Puerto Rico during her time in office, which she hasn't been. Okay? Because Puerto Rico is still being heavily gentrified. And last I checked, especially in the 4 years of the Biden-Harris administration, it's only intensified.
Okay. We're getting there.
Who is that jackwad? Who is that guy?
Actually, I think that's Tony Hinchcliffe, which is super disappointing. I mean,
Oh, no. That's one of AOC's crushes. Oh, man, I wanted to date him.
he's a comedian. I don't
Yeah, but
follow
look,
this
Trump-
like
This
crew
issue
very
with Puerto
closely,
Rico
but-
again. I saw it. This was when he went down after Helene, the horrific hurricane. People there, everybody coming together. We sent helicopters down from Minnesota and personnel. You know how you do this during this. And in the first hours, Trump complaining about the response. Does anybody remember how he responded to Maria in Puerto Rico?
Dude.
It was absolutely horrific. Down there insulting people, throwing it. Look, I know that the folks are on.
Also, I want to say this too, because what these two are going to be jabbering back and forth, it's other stupidity. But yep, Kit sees it. Everyone from Ben Shapiro and AOC are emulating streamers. They're trying to act like Hassan. Okay? And by the way, listen, folks, the whole Twitch implosion, it's going to happen. All right? I'm not going to take Cat Williams' power because that man's a prophet, but I will promise you this. Twitch is due for an absolute implosion. They haven't earned a profit since they've been around. So all these big heavy hitters in Twitch, they're going to get their adpocalypse. And if we think what happened on YouTube was bad, no. What's going to happen on Twitch is going to be epic.
On here today, understand this. People in Puerto Rico are citizens. They pay taxes and they serve in the military at almost a higher rate than anybody else.
Yeah. I mean, it's like super upsetting. Obviously, it's super upsetting to me. My family is from Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. And like the thing that is so messed up that I wish more people understood is that the things that they do in Puerto Rico are a testing ground for the policies and the horrors that they wish to and that they do unveil in working class communities across the United States. And I need people to understand that when you have some.
Now, AOC, last I checked, you're a congresswoman. Why don't you get off Twitch and actually help the people of Puerto Rico? Okay? I'm not expecting much from Democratic or Republican lawmakers, but, you know, maybe you, my audience, can correct me on this. Maybe I'm even including in the haters too, the trolls. No, this is participation. All 300 million Americans. But last I checked, aren't you a congresswoman? Couldn't you lead the charge to help out our fellow U.S. citizens in Puerto Rico who are actually being screwed up the wazoo? Okay? Now, I'm not a fan of that joke, but hey, comedians do stupid jokes all the time, and it wasn't well received in the Trump Madison Square Garden event, okay? It wasn't. You heard you heard something like that, like, whoa. It wasn't ha, 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 ha. So, the thing is, AOC, yeah, dumb joke, okay? But number two, you're a congresswoman, and you're a joke to me because now you're shocked by this. Why don't you, I don't know, hold Biden's feet to the fire and actually do something instead of playing on Twitch? You know where a politician belongs? In the halls of Congress, making our lives better, working for us. You're not supposed to entertain us. You're not an entertainer. You're a goddamn politician, so frickin' act like it. You should not be hosting this kind of event. And I'd say this to any lawmaker, be it Republican, Democrat, Green, Libertarian. Your job is to be a servant of the people, not an entertainer, not a clown. Maybe that's me. I have high standards. Audience, if I'm being too over the top, let me know. But that's just how I feel.
A-hole calling Puerto Rico floating garbage. Know that that's what they think about you. That's just what they think about you. It's what they think about anyone who makes less money than them. It's what they think about the people who serve them food in a restaurant. It's what they think about the people who fold their clothes in.
Freddie G, you expect too much, Kit. I do. My standards are just too high. Now you understand why Chef Marco and Chef Ramsay are so commanding in their kitchens, though. But it's just something I just have a high standard.
In a store, like,
you're
dude,
right.
Are you serious? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, the privilege of being on this campaign is traveling across the entire country. There are hundreds of thousands of Puerto Ricans in battleground states that need to send them a message on this. I
want them to like
gotta vote.
Roll that. I want everyone in Philadelphia to see that clip. If you live in Philly, why don't you go and see that
Reading?
Clip?
Yes.
If you live in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Yes. What does Pennsylvania have to do with this? Listen. Pennsylvania and Puerto Rico are two different things altogether. And I don't want to sound cold-hearted here, but there are just people in Pennsylvania mind their own business who probably know nothing of Puerto Rico. Why would what the joke of what some comedian said that's going to be forgotten within the months or so? Hello. I mean, people in Pennsylvania have their own issues to worry about. Why would I need to show some? You want what's going to happen? You want what's going to happen? Sometimes when you show a video to someone, you're like, that's okay, and they move on. That's how people are, AOC.
Which I was there. I was in Reading last week. If you're in Reading, if you're in Philly, look at that trash. Like, what is trash is people actually just thinking of other human beings that way. Are you actually for real? And the thing that gets me is that these people rely, their entire lives rely on working class people. If you have
Oh, yeah.
someone that's not there to harvest the crops that show up in your grocery store,
And by the way, yes, the crowd did reject this stupid joke. They did. They rejected it. They rejected it because they thought it was stupid.
in your Erewhon or your Whole Foods or wherever it is that you go to eat, if you think lesser of working class Americans, of
Caring
people
for
who
our
are,
children.
Yes, exactly it. So what can we learn from this? What can we learn from this? Well, I want to pull up this article here. So Vice President Harris and running mate Minnesota, Vice President running mate Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will play Madden NFL on Twitch this Sunday alongside New York Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The announcement comes as the Harris campaign looks to appeal to young men via gambling, adult entertainment, and video games. Now, I can't play that trailer or that commercial where there's a dude watching adult entertainment on a cell phone doing something. Yes, no, the Democrats really launched a trailer like that. And there's adult sounds coming from his cell phone. And some quote unquote Republican politician comes into this dude's room, takes his phone, says, "You can't do that." That's going to get young men to vote for Kamala. So we don't have to worry about some Republican lawmaker just coming into my house, taking away my phone. If I want to watch adult material, that's the best you could do, Democrats. This is the best you could do, reaching out to young men. Twitch. You're trying to reach out to young men on Twitch. Hey, listen. I hate to tell this to you, Democrats, but you're not going to be able to pull this off. You're not going to be able to pull this off because even Kamala Harris herself, after this entire attempt to try and get young men to support her, she was caught on a hot mic. This is Kamala, not AOC. But good luck, AOC. Caught on a hot mic on how to get men to vote for the Democrats.
Yeah. Oh, we have microphones. And listening to every.
Hold on, I'm going to rewind this again, and I will raise the volume on this segment.
Yeah. Oh, we have microphones. And listening to everything. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. So, well,
you'll
now you
bleep
tell
my
us.
F words.
We just told all the family secrets. Shit. Anyway, it's good to see you.
She doesn't even know when she has microphones around her. The campaign is in full-blown panic. They're going to fall apart. They don't have what it takes. They don't have what it takes. They cannot get it. And see, AOC's failed attempt. It's not working. It's not going to work. Here's another example where Kamala Harris is saying they're trying to reach out to male voters.
Donald Trump leads, particularly among men, by 16 points right now. Why is that, and why do you think there is a disconnect for you with men right now?
Well, let me tell you, you can look at this audience and you can see that there are people of every background and gender who are showing up by the thousands. And I think it is because they know I intend to be a president for all Americans. And that is how I'm campaigning to earn the vote of every American, not only about their gender, but about their geographic location.
This is a word salad too, by the way. Brace yourself, my lovelies.
And unburdened by who they may have voted for in the past.
She used the unburdened line. Unburdened by who they voted for in the past. Say that again.
This really is a moment, not only about their gender, but about their geographic location, and unburdened by who they may have voted for in the past. I think this really is a moment, like we saw with the Republicans who are supporting me most publicly recently, that it's a time to put country before party and really, again, with a sense of optimism, fight for what we care about.
Just to be clear, though, men still say by 16% margin they're supporting Donald Trump right now. Why do you think that is?
It's not the experience that I'm having, to be honest with you.
You think the men are on board?
Yes, because AOC's playing on Twitch. AOC's playing on Twitch. That's why. So what can we take away from this? The Democrats' message for this 2024 election cycle has never been clear. There is no policy. In there, that's right, liberals. I'm going to say this. You have no policy. Not once, not twice, but 3 times we have witnessed the Democrats commit election fraud. We have seen them rig their primary in favor of the establishment candidate. We saw it in 2016 with Hill Dog. We saw it in 2020 with senile Joe Biden. And we see it again in 2024 with Biden and, yes, with Kamala. And you would think AOC, before she became a front and center name in the realm of politics here in America, would be able to have some integrity to step up to it, to maybe step up to her political party, or maybe either that, have the courage and the audacity to break away from the two-party system. But no, she became entrapped in it. She became snared in the Democratic establishment. And now, in order to remain relevant and try and save the sinking ship of a Democratic Party that has been destroying the progressive policies and progressive issues and constantly smearing any kind of attempt or destroying any kind of attempt to actually, I don't know, really empower the American people, she goes on Twitch to play with Tim Walz, Madden, and also react to videos from the Trump rally in Madison Square Garden in order to convince a young man to vote for Kamala Harris. That's not going to do it. You want to know what the front center issue is? It's the economy, stupid. It's the economy, the economy, the economy, the economy. Americans across the board, men and women, are struggling to make ends meet. We got the threat of World War III around the corner. We got unchecked corruption as our politicians are doing insider trading. And the best that AOC can do in order to inspire voters to turn out, the best AOC can do right now to save the sinking ship of the Democrats is the big brain plan to play on Twitch. I don't see any Republican lawmakers doing this. I don't see Trump doing this. Hell, I don't see the Greens or the Libertarians doing this. I don't even see Cornel West doing this. I don't see anybody doing this. And this is a legitimate political party with high-tier name people, front-page people doing this. You know what this tells me about this entire Twitch experience? They are not serious people, and the Democrats and the liberals are due for an epic meltdown. Grab the popcorn, folks, but keep the distance. Try not to bully them too much online, because if Trump wins, this meltdown will be glorious. And I gotta tell you, I'm actually foaming at the mouth because it's going to be real good content. Yes, I know. I'm going to be that bad guy. I'm going to be the villain. Sorry, but not sorry. I want to laugh.